Lughnasadh or Lammas. Lughnasadh in the Northern Hemisphere is traditionally celebrated on or around the 1st of August, but some may celebrate on the full moon next to this date. This is a time that marks the beginning of the first of the three harvests, the midway point between summer solstice and the autumn equinox. Lughnasadh is named after Lugh, the Celtic god of sun and harvest. His name literally means bright, shining one, and his energy is inextricably linked to the sun. His Welsh counterpart, Llw, the bright-haired son of the goddess Arianrhod, is also a deity that rules over the sun and fertility of the land. At this time, we notice that the fields of oats, wheat and barley are being cut. Lughnasadh is sometimes called Lammas, from the Old English Halfmas, which means loaf mass. Either way, it doesn't really matter what you want to call it. But we can notice the sun has passed its high point in the sky and is descending. The fields have turned from green to gold, and the youthfulness felt at Beltane has reached maturity. There are many traditions that occur, of which some may be kept today. The old Anglo-Saxon chronicles, as early as 921 CE, known as the Feast of the First Fruits, mention the beginning of the harvest as a natural occasion to celebrate and to give thanks to the divine for its gifts. The god of the harvest, the Green Man, also known as John Barleycorn, has matured. He sacrificed himself every year in order to enable human life on earth. John Barleycorn, who laid with a lady in the woods at Beltane, has grown old and now stands bent and bearded with a crooked cane. He looks to the sun and he knows that his time has come. His sacrifice will feed the people, and this sacrifice honoured at Lughnasadh. The grain is cut. Part of it maybe goes into bread, ale or other things for our nutrition, but part is always stored away and used as seeds for next spring to create new life. Sacrifice, transformation, death and rebirth are all part of Lughnasadh. Today, some people may like to mark this occasion by making a corn dolly to represent the season. The word corn is the equivalent of the word grain, while the word doll or dolly is attributed to the word idol from the Greek eidolon, which means apparition or spirit. So that means the word corn dolly can translate to spirit of the grain. Others may simply bake some bread in tribute to the great sacrifice of the corn king, or like I have done, gone to Lidl's and just bought one. We notice that the sun is still warm and strong, but the days are slowly shortening as we look towards the gathering times. So, it's a good time, if you want to, take a walk. And if you can, be aware of what is all around you. Maybe you'll notice some early berries are ripe enough to pick. There may be some sunflowers looking towards the sun, or if they can't do that, maybe each other. You may notice a farmer working all day and all night to gather their harvest. Or you may be feeling the shifting of the wheel of the year deep inside you. Any intentions you'd set yourself in the spring may have come to fruition. You reflect and check how your year has gone, and you need to think about anything that needs to come to an end. You may have to redirect or complete tasks and goals in the coming weeks as the final days of the growing season end. On this day, I give thanks to the sacrifice of John Barleycorn and take nourishment from this. I am comforted that he will be born again, and when he returns in the spring to begin his life once more. To John Barleycorn and Lughnasadh,